What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Educated Barfly. My name is Leandro Dimonriva, and today I'm going to be making a cocktail for you called a Midnight Marauder. Now, the Midnight Marauder was created for the menu at a bar in New York City called Pouring Ribbons, and it was created by one of the bar's owners, Joaquin Simó. And if you don't know who Joaquin Simó is, hopefully I'm pronouncing his last name right, and if I'm not, then please, if you watch this, Joaquin, let me know how I'm messing it up. I don't want to hear from anyone but Joaquin on that one. Anyway, so Joaquin Simó, you should know who he is. He has kind of become a legend in the bartending industry. He cut his teeth in college bars when he was really little, and by little I mean young, and graduated to be behind the stick at Death & Company for 5 years. After that time, he went on to create his own consultancy called Alchemy Consulting, and he is responsible for some of the most famous modern classic cocktails that have traveled menus all over the world, one of those being the Naked and Famous. Today we're doing a more contemporary modern classic from Joaquin Simó called the Midnight Marauder. And I gotta say, one of the things that I love about this cocktail is that it is named after one of my favorite Tribe Called Quest's albums. All right, cool. If you don't know who Tribe Called Quest is, shame on you. Let's get into the cocktail. So the first thing we're gonna do is 1 ounce of Bonal. So Bonal is quinoa. And if you don't know what quinoa is, I'm going to tell you. Quinoa is like sweet vermouth. It is a wine-based aperitif that has been fortified with cinchona bark. Cinchona bark was used throughout history as a cure, just like quinine, for malaria, and it actually fueled a lot of European expansion into their colonies and at home, and it was actually one of the very first things that we were destroying forests for, because we were cutting down those trees and taking the cinchona bark off the trees. Also, cinchona bark testing was the first testing that was used to sort of develop homeopathy, which I did not know, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so we got 1 ounce of the Bonal. The other thing that you should know about Bonal is that it is got gentian in its flavor profile as well. So, then we're gonna do 1 ounce of Mezcal. 1 ounce of Cynar, and 1 dash, which, because Bittermen's is, Bittermen's is eyedropper, so I say 1 dash of Mole bitters, which is actually, I'll say 3 drops, or 4, I guess 4 got in there, that's fine. So mole bitters from Bittermen's, and that's what his recipe calls for. So if you want to sub it out for other mole bitters, should be a little bit different. And we're just going to use some ice that I pre-cut to stir our cocktail. And we're going to stir it down. The great thing about using ice right out of the freezer, and also some nice high quality ice, is that you can let it sit while you go get something that you forgot. And I am gonna do just that. Aha! Can't really strain without your julep strainer. And look at this beautiful julep strainer from Barfly mixology gear. They really make great equipment, and that's why they sponsor our channel. Let's see, this is chilled enough. I think we're getting there. All right, here we go. And just so you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. On this channel, I do not chill my glasses, because I think it's really important for you guys to see what the cocktail looks like unchilled, so that you get an actual view of what the cocktail color is. But if you're making cocktails, you should always chill your mixing glass, pre-chill it, and you should always chill your coupes. When there is no ice in the cocktail and it is served up like this, you want to have a chilled glass and a chilled mixing glass. I just thought I'd mention it again, especially because I've been getting a little bit of comments to that effect. So I just wanted to reiterate that. And then we're just going to strain it into our glass. We're using a Nick and Nora here. Voila, the Midnight Marauder. Let's have a little taste. To say that Joaquin Simó is a genius is an understatement. This is a great drink. It is. The Bonal and the Mezcal, the smokiness of the Mezcal really plays well with this Bonal, but it also, this Mezcal that we're using has a little citrus kick to it. Now, this isn't the Mezcal that that Joaquin Simó developed this cocktail with. I decided to use it, but the little citrus kick that you get in this, plus the smoke, plays really well with the Bonal, and you get the Cynar. But what's really great is that one flavor builds off the other, and you sort of, you know, in cocktails, I know this is going to sound a little pretentious to some of you, but it's true, and that is that really expert cocktails, the reason why they're expert cocktails is because each flavor reveals itself sort of like the layer of an onion. That as you drink it, as the drink evolves, as it gets warmer or whatever, as it gets colder, as it gets more diluted, begins to reveal new flavors. That's particularly difficult to do in something like that is a Manhattan style like this, because Manhattan styles only get warmer. There's no ice to sort of make it a very stable cocktail. It's a very unstable cocktail. It's just getting warmer as it goes. So drinking it while it's chilled is really important. But this drink kind of reveals different flavors on every sip, which is the mark of a true master, especially because the more ingredients you put in a drink, the easier it is to reveal new flavors. What makes things like Manhattans and Old Fashions and Sazeracs so amazing is that they have this quality, and yet they are limited to 5 ingredients and under, much like this cocktail is, which only has 4 ingredients really. I highly recommend this drink. I hope you guys can find the Bonal. If you can't find the Bonal, let's talk about what you can sub it out with, or how we can kind of create those flavor profiles for you in the comments. The other thing I'd like to say is, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now, I've not been very good about talking about subbing our channel, but if you have seen this video to this point, and you really want to learn cocktails, you really should hit that subscribe button. I have looked in our analytics, and I know that there is a large percentage of people who watch this show that do not sub. So please subscribe, because it really helps us out. The more subscribers we have, the easier it is to make this show. And then the other thing is I have put a link in the show notes to our Teespring account, but we have a few t-shirts that we're selling, and some of them are pretty awesome. And sometimes I wear them, but I've not been very good about telling you guys about it, so I just wanted to tell you about it now. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next video.